All right, YouTube, this is for you. I got to get my horizontal YouTube video watch hours in, so people please like, subscribe, watch the videos, comment, help me get my watch hours up on YouTube. Thank you. 2 decks expedited. We're going to make it. So last day or two has just been paint, but my team pulled together and we're going to get these done. I wasn't so sure a couple days ago, but we're going to get the deadline met. And then Labor Day on Monday did not help the situation, but we're going to get there. So basically we're shipping these 2 decks to New York. We're in Wichita, Kansas. And the stairs are shipping loose. So we'll put the staircase inside the deck for shipping. So if you're not shipping a deck on top of a container, you're not concerned with folding handrails at remove. So you get a really nice deck that way. Generally, if you're shipping a deck with a container on top, it's over height. So you don't want to pay for over height shipping. You've got to make the handrails fold or got to unbolt the handrails. And none of that is really ideal when you set the deck up because it's just for transportation. I mean, you could pay the high shipping rates for over height shipping, but you get a lot better product just shipping the decks alone with rigid welded handrails everywhere. I mean, we can make them right when they fold up and bolt together, but they're not as good as just a rigid deck. So anyway, here's how the stairs worked out. And I've already given away the secret on the primer, but I know this is a very common problem. It was a problem we fought for a very long time, is like, no matter how well you clean the metal, actually I'll run out here and show you guys real quick. How well you clean the metal, it's like it gets rains on it and you get little rust spots popping back through. Battled it forever. So we finally got the Kimchromic primer, and that was absolutely a godsend. It's like Kimkromik or something like that, but you guys will find it. Any other primer, and we didn't even double coat these yet. And this has been getting rained on every single day. Oh, by the way, this is a powder coated container. All this metal would have been rusty and we'd just been fighting rust. Primer, clean it, paint, primer, clean it. And you get little rust spots popping through. So when guys say, you know, don't weld metal frames in containers, yeah, you can put metal in containers. The battle is the rust popping back through. So if you can get that solved, you're in business. So anyway, Kimchromic primer is absolutely a godsend. So finally got it. So hopefully that helps you guys a little bit. Let me go back in here to the decks and go through those a little bit. Oh, actually, watch my other videos. We're building a building right here, so follow along. It's going to be quite a bit bigger than this building with big doors on it. We're getting ready to pour the footers. So the footers go down 8 inches from this grade. This grade comes up 8 inches, so that's like 16-inch footers, I guess. And then we're going to pour the pad right after that, and then the building gets here on September 17th. But you guys will get to see all this come together and all the rules and regulations and change orders, site work, everything that you have to deal with when you're doing a project like this. So follow along for that. All right, back to these decks real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. Stairs, he didn't care if they hung off the container, so they're going on the end of the container. He didn't care if they hung off, so these are going to hang off like a couple feet. Generally for shipping, again, you can't have stairs hanging off the end of the container, and if you don't do that, you've got a really steep like ship step, which is fine, or you've got to make the bottom of it hinged or unbolt so it's not sticking off, and then just bolt that up when it arrives. But anyway, so these steps are more normal, like more of like what you'd see in a house, grade wise. And that's just because we're shipping them separate. So you get a really, like I said, really nice finished product and pretty normal steps. Ship steps are okay, but these are better. So the customer's gonna weld or bolt these on or whatever they do. We will send them a kicker. So we'll send them an extra piece of metal that goes under here to welds to the bottom or the side of the container to take some vibration out of this after it gets welded on the container. So pretty normal steps, and then you see the landing here. 42-inch handrails, that's pretty much code everywhere you go. This looks like about a, I'm guessing 30-inch landing or so. I'm just kind of guessing on that. I haven't measured it. So 2 coats of Kimchromic primer. Oh, and these cribs are awesome. We have all kinds of scrap 2x3s, so we're always building cribs out of the scrap 2x3s. So highly recommend those cribs. I think those things are rated to carry like 10,000 pounds or something. Those jack stands are fine, but I actually trust the cribs more than I do the jack stands. I mean, I trust that wood not to implode before I trust a weld on that jack stand not to fail, if that makes sense to you guys. So when I shoot a video of a container on cribs that we're going to spray foam underneath, the spray foam guy doesn't crawl underneath the container. I mean, he could a little bit, but we've got cribs everywhere underneath it, and people are like, oh, that's not safe. Well, if you crawl under a car with a hydraulic jack and jack stands, that's way more unsafe. I trust those cribs pretty much with my life. So a couple tips on the decks. We're using the container clamps to clamp them on, so he can place these decks on top, spin these, and you're locked down, good to go. Use 1.5 inch here for your stringers, for your deck boards to screw into. Reason being, the deck screws are self-tappers. If you have inch tubes on the bottom, you'll bottom out, strip a bunch of screws, learn that from experience. And then we run 2 main support stringers through there, and then that standoff here. There's no reason to put a standoff in the middle because the roof of the container has no rigidity to it. So there's no point in putting a standoff in the middle of the deck. I think that's it on these. We're just gonna go, I think 6-inch boards works out a little bit better when you've got 2 braces through the middle. We've done this a few times. I think 6-inch boards work out better as far as not slicing or having some small cuts on the boards going this way. And then we're using like 1.5 inch, and we like to use a 2x3 tube everywhere, so that's what works out so great about the 1.5 inch. If you use an 1.5 inch board, then you're flush with those stringers coming across the middle. So I think that's about it. You can get those clamps on Amazon, and those are the same clamps we use with these polyurethane wheels. We use those to move containers sideways through the shop, but you just get that clamp, weld it to that wheel. Those are like an 8-inch polyurethane wheel. I think I get them on eBay. They're like $180 for like 2 of them or something like that. So those have worked out pretty well. Other than that, let me know if you guys got questions, and follow my TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and thanks for watching.